Okay, welcome to the deep dive. We sift through all sorts of material to bring you the core insights you need. And today, we're doing something really unique, actually. Our source isn't, the usual report or article. It's lyrics. Raw, unfiltered lyrics from CELLY Imperfections. We're going to unpack this, not just as a song, but as a window, a direct look into a very human story. So our mission, really, is to get past just hearing the words. We want to understand the journey, the struggles, the reflections, all laid out in these lines. Think of it less like song lyrics, more like a personal narrative. And we want to see what it tells us about, well, maybe universal experiences through his specific path.
It really is remarkable, isn't it, how music and lyrics especially can carry so much complex emotion, so much lived experience. It hits you differently, I think, more immediately. So yeah, we're going beyond just analyzing text here. We're trying to connect with that vulnerability, that resilience, that search for hope, all through CELLY's own voice. Should be quite an exploration.
Okay, let's dive in then. Right from the start, CELLY throws you into this feeling of struggle. It's immediate. He opens with, "Too many times I took the L. How many times have I tripped and fell from the tears? It ain't hard to tell." And taking the L, for anyone maybe not familiar, it's slang, right, for taking a loss, a defeat. So right away, boom, repeated setbacks.
Yeah.
It's incredibly vulnerable, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. And what's striking is how that vulnerability immediately leads into this feeling of being lost, disoriented. He follows up with, "I look to the sky and I ask for a sign because I feel so blind where I walk." That's not just him feeling uncertain, is it? It taps into something universal, that feeling of being stuck, needing direction, looking for something when the way forward is murky, that kind of desperate plea for clarity.
Yeah, and what's interesting is, even with all that struggle, feeling blind, as he says, there's this constant thread of faith running through it. He keeps coming back to it. "I still pray to the Lord for all my imperfection." It's like even in the middle of feeling lost or flawed, he's still turning to prayer. It feels almost like a defiant act of faith.
Like an anchor, maybe? Something constant he holds on to?
Could be. So we have this internal searching, this spiritual quest almost. But then he doesn't just stay there. He brings us right into the external stuff, the really harsh realities. From that introspection, suddenly we're talking about legal troubles, about prison.
Right.
He says, "My birdies in a pen for a suspended sentence finally released. Is this my redemption?" Birdies. Probably his friends, his crew, right? Suggesting it's a shared thing, this experience with the system.
Yeah, that shared experience is important. And that direct question he poses, "Is this my redemption?" It just hangs there. It's not like I'm redeemed. It's a question. He's wrestling with it.
Exactly. He's grappling with it.
And that grappling, that self-reflection comes through so strongly, especially with the next line. Do negatives make a positive? Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, that's profound. Can all this hardship, these mistakes, actually lead somewhere better? He's asking that directly.
It's not abstract either, is it? He throws in that detail, lawyer trying to rush me out of jail. That grounds it, makes it feel urgent, real.
Very real. The pressure, the consequences, it's all there.
But alongside that questioning, there's also this real determination. You feel it when he says, "I ain't going back to me." I'm saying it with confidence. And then adding, he's been out of the pen twice. It's like, okay, this isn't just talk. He's determined to break that cycle.
It really does feel like a turning point, or at least the desire for one, which, makes you think, what does redemption actually look like? It's usually not just about getting out of a physical place, right? It's the harder work. Breaking cycles, changing habits, forging a whole new way.
That's a great point. An ongoing process, a huge uphill climb.
And it feels like, for him, a massive source of strength for that climb. It seems to be family.
Oh, absolutely. You hear that shift almost immediately after he talks about redemption. Family becomes this huge anchor. It starts with that concern for his grandmother, which is just, wow. "In my Nana's brain, I hope she ain't forgetting me lawyer trying to rush me out of jail so she remembers me."
That urgency again, linked directly to her memory.
Yeah. And then the line, "I know she remembers me more than I remember her." That's just gut-wrenching. The weight of his absence.
It really is. And that potential loss, the thought of her being gone, it clearly weighs on him, activates something protective. He says, "Hold my breath, close my eyes, because when she's gone, it's going to hurt." It's so direct.
It is.
And it's not just about her, is it? It speaks to those deep family bonds, the things that make us want to be better, do better. And you hear how others' suffering affects him too. My auntie got to cancel, or that image of someone, maybe family, maybe himself. laying on a deathbed, suffering with no way out, his soul nearly crying.
Right. It's not just his own pain. It's like he's carrying the weight of the family's struggles, too.
Exactly. Which maybe fuels that drive even more.
And you see that protective thing extend right down to the younger ones. He says, now I got a little bro that I barely met yet. I got to be the older one that shows the next step.
Taking responsibility.
Yeah, and my sisters don't need to shed any more tears. It's this clear commitment, shielding them, guiding them.
So putting it all together, family seems absolutely central, the motivator, the reason for resilience, even when he's clearly suffering himself. And that line, Mom, bring another dinner plate because your boy's here. That's not just about food, is it?
No, not at all.
It's about belonging,
Yeah,
presence, acceptance. Getting back to that core unit after being away, it feels like a powerful symbol of what he's striving for.
yeah, that return home, that acceptance, which maybe leads into the next theme, this struggle with perception versus reality, who he is versus how people see him.
Right.
He tackles that head on too, doesn't he? I feel framed holding an image where I'm not myself. I'm just trying to be myself.
Such a common feeling, that pressure, feeling trapped by an image.
Totally. Try and break out of expectations and just be authentic.
And he has such a unique way of talking about his flaws, accepting them. That line, 25-letter alphabet, I'm the one that takes the L.
Yeah, that's clever.
It is. You know, the alphabet has 26 letters. By saying 25, he's basically saying he is the missing L, the loss, the imperfection. He's not just acknowledging it, he's kind of embodying it, owning it, turning that negative into part of his identity.
That's a really interesting take on it, owning the L.
Yeah. And then there's the idea of being the chosen one. Even when facing disrespect, people pointing the finger, it suggests this deeper sense of his own path, finding validation inside maybe, despite what's happening outside.
So it all comes back to this deep desire for authenticity, doesn't it?
Seems like it.
Trying to shed that frame, like he says, and just be himself, despite the past, despite perceptions. It's a journey, for sure, and one lots of us can probably relate to on some level. Okay, so wrapping this up, we've really journeyed through these lyrics, from that raw honesty about struggle
The tripping and falling.
to the whole arc of incarceration and the search for redemption.
That big question, is this it?
And then that incredibly powerful role of family
Yeah.
as the driving force.
Absolutely central.
And finally, this quest for identity, for authenticity.
Yeah.
It's all packed in there.
It really is. And what's amazing is how these incredibly personal things shared so vulnerably can resonate so widely. You know, we might not have walked his exact path, but the feelings, the struggle, wanting to belong, searching for meaning, needing redemption, those are human things.
Yeah.
Art like this, it really does hold up a mirror sometimes, reflects our own stuff back at us, reminds us we're connected in these struggles, these hopes.
Absolutely. Which brings us to maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to sort of chew on. Consider this, how maybe embracing your own imperfections, owning them, like CELLY seems to do in these lyrics, how that might paradoxically be where real strength comes from. Maybe it's the foundation for real connection too. Not hiding the flaws, but owning them. Perhaps that's where the power lies.